Hello everyone and welcome to Magic and Musings. My name is Candace. Let's begin to slow down and tune in. Actually, before we do that, just letting you know I've got a little bit of a hay fever situation going on, so I might sneeze and get my tissue out and all that sort of thing, but I was like, whatever, need to get through this today. Want to get through this today, I should say, because I do enjoy being here with you. So I was like, not even a hay fever is going to stop me from being here. But anyway, let's just ground our energy a little bit and just slow down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Doesn't have to be anything major, but just finding the center within yourself, as in those places and those pockets that feel calm, that are calm. And a way we can do that is, if you're able to, or if you want to, feel free to shut your eyes, unless you're driving, obviously. I don't feel like I need to say that every single time, but you can shut your eyes and get a little bit comfortable in your seat. And just feeling into those pockets that feel softer, that feel juicy, that feel gooey. So for myself, I'm just noticing the need to lean into the back of the body. Just hanging out here for a little bit, especially if it feels really good. If not, find that spot, or find that space rather, where it does feel comfortable, where it does feel softer. Excuse me. You will be hearing a lot of that, I think, through this, so bear with me. And just taking any deep belly breaths in the spaces that feel a little bit restricted. You can bring some movement into the body as well. And just letting go by exhaling, or focusing on the exhalation. And when you're ready, slowly opening up your eyes, just looking around your space or the room or the place that you're in, just to, I'm so sorry, just to reorient and allow the body the safety that it requires. All right. Okay, so today, backtracking a little bit. We have the lunar eclipse in Pisces tomorrow, which is the 17th of September. My brain might be a little bit wonky too, because the thought processes might be all over the place because of the medication and the hay fever and all of that. Blah blah blah. So I might take even more deep breaths than usual, or just find those pockets within myself throughout where it just feels calm and good, because when I have hay fever, things tend to be really overactive, hyperactive. So there might be some overall message for either everybody that we're reading for today, or whoever's feeling drawn to this video, at least this portion of the video anyway. There's a potential for hyperactivity to occur. especially during this time. Eclipses kind of do shake things up a bit and ask us to let go of or release things that, all depending on where the eclipse is, which sign it's in, it opens up spaces for us to really work with the shadow, or with the parts of ourselves that are unseen, or the parts of us that are unconscious, or that we're not necessarily aware of. So yeah, just be aware that for some of us there might be some hyperactivity, or just a lot of headiness and heaviness. So yeah, using grounding practices are going to be really beneficial for you, whatever that is, right? It's going to be different for everybody. What I do know is big changes are coming. Big changes are coming. It might not seem that on the outset for some. Some it might be subtle to start with, but it will cause it may cause like, what's the word? Like, it might be a catalyst for things to be opened up and shown later. But on my walk this morning, I found and saw a white feather with black on it. And, you know, according to theory or law about feathers, white feathers with black on it, or white and black feathers, are symbolic of big changes coming. So, I mean, I don't know what else I can tell you there, but what was felt to be done today was doing an all signs and going through, you know, what we might be working with this week. So as I said, lunar eclipse on the 17th. I think for us in Australia it might be on the 18th, so you know, because anyway, 17th 18th of September 2024. This is so but it's got to be done, right? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting lunar eclipse. I'm aware that this one is in Pisces, and so a lot, and it's also one that doesn't come around very often. So there's a lot of potential for a bit of upheaval, and yeah, that is going to depend on where your chart is, what and what sign that you are. But as far as I know, it's going to affect the mutable signs the most. So that is, bear with me, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius, I believe. Virgo, Pisces, so yeah, pretty sure those are the ones. Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, sounds about right. So yeah, it's going to affect those signs the most, especially if those are your rising signs. That's as much as I know for now, without going into too much of, you know, all of the detail, which I don't know either. So I just know the basics that gets me through the and yeah, anyway, so I might be super chatty today. Also, this energy is super, yeah, as I said, hyperactive. It's like, yeah. All right. So we'll go through all the signs, see what needs to be seen or what we might be dealing with this week. I will have timestamps when I'm able to do that. So make sure to read all three of your big three. So your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, to get a little bit of an overview of what's going on. All right. Okay, so we'll start with Aries. Let's see what is coming up for Aries this week. We'll talk about what the current energy is. I actually have my little feather here, so I'll just move that somewhere else. I'll put you over here. What is, sorry, as I said, it's going to be very interesting. What's current, what we may need to let go of, seeing as it is a full moon, what support we might need or advice, and, you know, any potential things to be aware of or potential outcomes during this week. All right, so Aries. I don't know why there's a need to shuffle again, so I will do that. Just seen focus at the bottom, so Aries might need to focus on something, whatever comes out this week. What do we need to know for Aries? What is the current energy for Aries? And what does Aries need to... Yep, okay. What is the support or advice or guidance? Okay, some extra cards coming out there for the Aries collective. And what is a potential outcome? Again, focus is coming through strong. So in the current energy, we've got boundaries. So for the Aries collective this week, there may need to be some boundaries. I want to get some, actually, let's use some tarot just to get an idea of what these boundaries might be in relation to. Obviously, it's going to be different for everyone, and it's not going to resonate with every single Arian, especially the fact that we have so many other things going on in our chart, but it gives us an idea of, you know, who we might be speaking to here. So what is the boundaries? What do we need boundaries around for our Aries collective? We've got the Seven of Pentacles, so Taurus energy. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles can speak of work-related things, putting in places that you're putting in effort. So things that you're currently working on, harvesting, and when I say harvesting, I mean things that you're... like you've put the seed in already, and you're working towards it, like you're working towards something. So there might need to be boundaries in around that. Something that you're growing, something that you're nurturing. Let's get another one for the boundaries. Right, so we've got the World and Ace of Swords in reverse. So the World can speak of things that are like there's definitely change happening here. So it might be in regards to travel. You might be traveling, you might be relocating. This might be about something of a foreign nature, like different lands. But usually it's about, you know, either the purchase of land or change of residence or moving or something to that effect, travel. So yeah, you might need some boundaries around that whole process, whether it is related to travel or moving or things like that. For example, if you are, let's say you're relocating, you might need to set boundaries around oh my god, my brain feels so cloggy right now, so I don't even know how accurate the somatic stuff's going to be, but I think I might leave it there, just because we've also got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this could be in regards to like you've been putting in work towards a goal that you have, and there may have been some sort of something may have not gone quite the way that you anticipated, and this is where the boundaries come in. So, you know, whatever journey that you're on, you could even be on a healing journey. So it might not even be like physical travel. You might be on a healing journey, and that's where, you know, you might need to really tap into the spaces of yourself that need space. So it doesn't have to be, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know why I'm doing this today when I'm feeling like crap, but yeah, it just needed to be expressed and shared. I want to look at what's at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, we've got the Justice card at the bottom. And so I feel like for some, this could be where it is that you need to investigate your own space. Like, you're moving from one, because the Healer card is here as well, so you might be moving from one perspective or one way of being or one way of expressing yourself even, or what has felt like home to you, that might be shifting. And it might be shifting because something might not have worked out for you, and so that's, and the reason being because there might not have been even boundaries in regards to other people, or boundaries for yourself, like your own self boundaries, like what you're allowing in that space. Because there's changes wanting to happen, but it might not have worked out in the past for some reason. But a lot of work has been put into this, whatever this is. There's just a need to have clear boundaries, and sometimes boundaries can be taken in a different way. Let's just sit with that energy for a moment. I'm getting train of thought, like just checking in with your own train of thought, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse here. So don't let, sometimes we think of boundaries as an external thing. Sometimes we need boundaries with ourselves, like maybe negative self-talk or something to that effect. And home is here as well, so that'll be really interesting to investigate. Right, so in the position of things that we need to let go, the card is the Healer card, but I want to get clarity on what that's about. So it might be to do with letting go of things that aren't meant to be coming with you on this journey, things that are holding you back from this, even this whatever that you're investing in. You need to, there are things that you may need to let go of in regards to that process. So for example, it could be people who are not supportive, and I don't mean literally like letting go, I mean just having boundaries in place where you go, thank you for your opinion, or thank you for your projection, but I'm good. Like, this is my journey, and I'll consider, or thank you for your perspective, but I've got this, I've got me. But let's get a card on that. Tell me about this Healer. Okay, you've got Seven of Wands. So yeah, Seven of Wands is like putting in the effort. It's very similar to Seven of Pentacles. So really standing strong on what is happening for you right now, like this process that you are on, this journey that you are on. Like, it's like fighting for, if there's this, there's something that you're fighting for, or something that you're working towards, and just be aware of letting go of also not being too competitive, or not being too argumentative. I mean, it's in the upright here, it's not in reverse, but this is where you can really sit with, how are you even fighting a process? Like, what are you fighting? Are you fighting something that needs to be healed? Are you fighting a healing process? Right, in the support, we've got the home card. And we've also got fire, which is your element, and new moon. So with those two extra cards, home doesn't need to be your physical home, right? Like it could be family, it could be friends, it could be places and people that make you feel like you're at home, whether that is external or internal. So with the new moon card, this is saying that there's new beginnings with home, and something to do with like strong passion. So passion, fire, vigor. Like I want to get more clarity on this. Tell me more about the home, new moon, and fire. What is the support and advice for this home? Okay, we've got Two of Wands here. It's come out. I don't actually know which direction it came out, so I'm just going to use my intuition with this. But oh man, my nose is annoying me right now. So there could have been annoyance with something. You could have had, or there might be something in regards to potentially family, people that make you feel like home, or even home itself, wherever you are. That might have been like quite challenging. There might have been some challenge there. Some indecision with the Two of Wands in reverse, because the Two of Wands is usually about choice. So you may have had to choose in regards to either like a home, a residence, wherever you're living, or people or places or things that make you feel at home or feel like you belong. There's something about having to make a choice about that. I'm so sorry for the pulling of the snot and whatever. Anyway, so you may have had to choose between either a residence or a home. This is what this is saying here. And there are new beginnings. There are new beginnings, but I feel like you're really going to have to stay strong with these boundaries and figure out what you want, not what everybody else wants for you. What do you want? Because in the outcome, we have focus. So focus on what drives you, like what brings you, what makes you feel alive, what brings you pleasure, what makes you happy. And I mean, that's all conceptual, yes, but what makes you feel at home within yourself? Like what brings you to a place that feels inspiring? Two of Wands can also talk about immigrating. So this is, and the fact that it's here with the home card is, there might be some of you that are physically moving home, or locations, moving to a different country. And there might have been a choice about that. So thinking about or contemplating. And then again, with the new moon here, there are new beginnings. So feeling into and focusing on yourself, like what excuse me what makes you feel more expansive, or what is I'm really struggling to get these words out today. What is just what is driving you, what is feeling most resonant with you? And yeah, in the outcome, we have the focus card. So I want to get more Oh my God. So, King of Swords. We are losing cards left, right, and center here. Right. Okay. Interesting. So the King of Swords fell all right on top of my damn incense. I've almost burnt the card. So King of Swords, Libra energy. I need my tissue. Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. I might pause. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. And I don't know why these came out. Okay, so yeah, King of Swords is Libra energy, and it's to clarify the focus card. So it's really expressing this outcome of stepping into the King of Swords energy, like this person that's authoritative, this person that speaks the truth, someone who has authority, who is mature. So focusing on, and because you're on this healing journey, focusing on really looking to and tuning into your values, and bringing balance into the situation as well. When I said the cards flew out, the affluence card flew out in my other deck, and that can speak of wealth and abundance. And with King of Swords is also this aspect of power and giving, for some giving great advice and da. But yeah, this King of Swords can sometimes show up as or when the King of Swords, what is going on? A King of Swords is quite analytical and logical, and sometimes they don't always have the capacity for emotion. They might be quite unemotional. So that might be what is needed right now to get through this process, especially if you are moving. It's just like being logical and analyzing and stepping into this space of making the right decisions from the right place. I don't know if that's making sense to anyone. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll just pull one more card as an extra. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get through this with all my cards falling on the bloody floor? So, okay, the feather just fell on the floor. And as I said before, the feather is, it's a white feather with black markings. So it's indicative of big change. So I feel like that is going to happen for everybody, just obviously in different ways. And I've just seen the Uranus card. We've got Uranus and communication. So you might need to really be aware of, there might be changes in communication, like maybe the way that you communicate to people with the King of Swords here also. There might be changes with big changes in the way that you communicate. Okay, let's get one card for Aries. Any additional messages for Aries? Any additional messages for our Aries? Pluto, rebirth. Yeah, so there are big changes coming. There's a death and rebirth situation happening perhaps for some. So things are changing. And just to focus on where you're at right now. Focus on what's happening in present moment. If you are traveling or moving residence, there is a need to have that forward or that foresight, or like if you're planning something or planning a move, there is a need to, utilize the mind for that, but just also staying in present moment and allowing whatever needs to change is what's wanting to be said about that. Okay, that's it for Aries. Let's look at Taurus. I'm just going to pick my feather back up. I don't want to break this video any more than I already have. I don't know how I'm going to get through the rest of this, honestly, but we shall see. All right, Taurus, where we at? Oh, that's not going to work because I stopped the video. Okie dokie, Taurus. What is going on for the Taurian collective? Oh, I'm starting to get hot also. I've just seen the past life and messages, so there might be some messages coming from an old friend, an old acquaintance, maybe a family member, maybe an ex. It might be for some. Okay, one more. All right, what do we need to know? I did that already. Oh, let's slow down. I'm going to take some deep breaths. I feel this need to sneeze again. Perhaps not the best day to do these readings, but flowing with the energy as we always do. All right, what is the current energy for our Taurians? What do we need to let go of? What is the outcome with ice? And what is... Oh, sorry, that was support, not advice. Outcome. So in the current energy, we've got the time card. So that speaks of timing, perhaps divine timing. So interesting. Divine timing, so that can speak of divine timing, waiting. You might be waiting for something. Yeah, there's something about time here. Let's get a clarification on that. Oh, it's not shuffled properly. Oh, people. Let's get through this. Only on the second one and I'm already like, I'm done. Okay, so I've taken a little break. And because the hay fever was acting up, so I've taken a bit of a break, sprayed some lavender, so hopefully that'll help, so I can get through these readings today. So we were talking about divine timing or something to do with timing, and then we get the the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and that can mean, you know, that something's taking place, transformation's taking place, but there might be some setbacks in regards to that. There might be some delays. So whatever that is, I'm not too sure. Let's pull another one for time. Tell us what this time is about. Okay, we've got Five of Cups in reverse. So this might be in regards to someone or something coming back. Something of an emotional nature. It could be, you know, an old friend, an old love. But this is... It's taking... There's going to be delays. It's going to... Some patience is required with this. Okay. If I get stuffy again, I might have to spray some more, so... Just letting you know, today's reading is very kind of all over the place. Okay, so yes, there's something about timing and, you know, waiting, being patient with something, because there is something about there being delayed, there being a delay with us or certain setbacks. It will happen, but there is a deep need to just chill. it'll happen, but it's not gonna, things don't happen in our timing, right? They happen in life's timing, in self's timing, consciousness, source, whatever you want to call it. So it'll happen when it happens. So there's a need to, interesting, because we've got the Earth card here in what we need to let go of. So there is a need to ground. There is a need to let go of things that are not keeping us in a state of stability or keeping us calm. You might need to remove the things, or even just become aware of the things that are not creating calmness within you. If you hear knocks and stuff like that, it's school holidays here in Australia, or in Queensland anyway, so you know, you can ask your kids to be quiet, all those things, but will they listen? No. Okay, let's get another card for what we need to let go of. So we've got the Ten of Wands here in reverse. So yeah, there could have been things that are causing, there might be some separation with something, or just like a heaviness, just overload that I'm gonna have to blow my nose soon. It's being super snotty. Yeah, just letting go of the even some of the ideas about separation or discomfort or things that are not bringing calm into your life. It's not like snot going down my throat, okay? It's just little, anyway, I'm sure you have had hay fever before, or sinuses or whatever. So in the guidance, or in the support or advice, we've got Stormy. Stormy, number 21. And we've had the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So the sixes can represent balance or reciprocity or things of that nature. So Swords is about, you know, thinking, the mental, things to do with mental nature, and then Pentacles is money, abundance, things like that. So, excuse me, I'm really sorry about the... Anyway, so yeah, with the Six of Swords, things might get stormy this week. Things might come up that, you know, to do with this. Either it was a separation or some discomfort or some sort of problem. Things might, or this might come up this lunar eclipse, so that we can really sit with it. And with the Six of Swords, it's like there's a calm after the storm. So just remember that there is calm after the storm. You will be moving away from the situation, whether that is, there'll be calm, whether that's things just balancing out in general, or you've made a decision about it to like walk away from whatever that is. This could have actually had to do with money as well for some. You know, this could be about money or finances, where you've had an issue. And my tummy is growling, so it's like, oh my god, all the things today. Yeah, this could be to do with work, and perhaps you weren't receiving, there was an equal give and take, or there was an opportunity that you were waiting for, or like a raise, you were waiting for a raise, or some sort of monetary, what do you call it, like a shift in your finances, and it's something you're waiting on. it's coming into balance here, but it might be stormy at first. So for example, if it's got to do with work, perhaps you'd asked for a raise and then, you know, there was some uproar with people in your environment. I'm not saying that here, I'm just giving you an example. And, you know, it's now coming into balance. And in the outcome, we've got divine feminine. So that's irrespective of whether you're a male or female. It's just the qualities of the divine feminine, which is patience and vulnerability and nurturing and, you know, all of those softer spaces within us. So being in presence and using your intuition instead of like being logical and doing you're going to be in a space, or you are leaning into a space of the softer aspects of us. So being patient, allowing things to happen, receiving, also being in a space of receiving. So the advice might be saying, you know, be in a space of receptivity. I'm just stick that right in here. Be in a space of receptivity, be in a space of allowing, and be patient and just allow these things to happen, because change is going to happen. There's also, with the divine feminine, we've got the protection and the knowledge card. So you might need to think about or either you're divinely protected, or you may need to, boundaries may be needed at this time. And with the knowledge card, that's about obviously wisdom, higher learning. So perhaps with the in the outcome position, you might need to upskill. If it's a work situation, you might need to upskill, or if it's a personal or love situation, you may need to just do some further research, like look into things a little bit more. I will look into why the protection is here though. Why is the protection here? So we've got King of Wands, fire energy, and the Five of Swords. So there may have been conflict about this. There may have been a lack of communication. There may have been separation from a person who is Aries energy. Can be quite fiery or bold, or can be passionate. Can be really energetic and you know, passionate about what they're doing, assertive. So there may have been some conflict with the King of Swords, or someone of that type of nature, and there might be boundaries that are needed around that person. For example, like whether it's in regards to communication, whether you might need to even just be aware of the ways that you self-sabotage yourself, or even perhaps this person is, because the, you know, King of Swords is looking at the Five of Swords energy. So this person might be a boss person even. I'm not getting Emperor energy, but it could be someone who is in a space of some sort of authority, right? And yeah, and there was conflict there, so there might need to be boundaries and just very clear communication around that. I hope this is making sense. My brain is so, like, my head hurts so bad right now. Not bad, it's just, you know, I'm aware of it, that it's not what it normally feels like. So any somatic stuff that comes through, I'm just going to be very discerning with that. So I just want to pull another card from the star codes just to see any extra messages. Okay, what else do we have for our Taurus collective? Any more messages for our Taurians? So we've got North Node, future. Yeah, so even though we've had the divine timing, this future card, and we've got Pluto at the bottom, rebirth. there will be changes coming up. The change is happening in the future. That's come up for Aries as well. So Aries is in this reading. You might be dealing with an Aries, or you might have Aries placements, but there are changes happening in the future. Like death and rebirth type situations. So things might have to end, or that might have been the process. Things have may have had to, you know, reach a point of completion so that rebirth can occur. Yeah, as I said, I hope this is making sense, because all right, that is for the Taurian collective. Let me know if it resonates, and if it does, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Deep breaths. Okay, let's look at Gemini. Okay, what is going on for the Geminis? Okay, so now twice Taurus and Gemini collective have had hair pulling. So you might need some during this time, you might need to just look at where your energy is, where you might be leaking energy. And that can look, I can't even pull the cards up. That can look different, right? Depending on where you're at. Like for Taurus, I would say, according to the read, just watch your thoughts, where you're leaking, where you're being a bit impatient and not waiting for things. In regards to this lunar eclipse, we've got focus. What do we need to let go of? Interesting. Okay, what is the support and advice? What do we need to know? Where can we seek support? Gemini. And as I say that, my back is starting to hurt a little bit. So that's to do with support. Okay, that one really fucking wanted to come out. Hopefully I don't burn my hair in the process. And then we've got outcome. What is the outcome? Ooh, interesting. So we've got 3 cards there for the outcome. Okay, so in current energy for the Gemini collective, we are currently focusing on something. So full moons are usually about releasing, and then we've got the full moon in Pisces, so that could be, you know, sometimes with Pisces, they can be a bit of a dreamy sign. So what this is saying right now is, like, this week especially, you may need to really stay focused, as the energy might be a little bit disruptive. That Gemini is a mutable sign, so yeah, so things might be extra for you this week. So there's definitely a need to focus. I see the shadow card in the outcome as well, so that might be some things that are coming up for you at this time, perhaps around trust. But let's get a clarifier for the focus. Okay, what does Virgo, no, my God, you might be dealing with a Virgo. What does Gemini need to focus on? We've got the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, so this could mean we're getting, you know, there might be some hidden intentions or things that are hidden, some manipulation perhaps. Let's get one more. One more clarifier for the focus. Yeah, it might be in regards to, you might be going traveling. We've got the 8 of Wands here, or you might be receiving I'm going to need to breathe a lot more. You might be receiving insight or messages, or, you know, there's something to do with speed. It's fast action. And it might... Yeah, there's a thing about hastiness. So during this week, and this is current energy, you might feel like you want to get things going, like get things done very, very fast. But yeah, there's a need to just stay focused and stay in present moment. It's interesting because eight of wands can also be like hyperactivity, and I said that at the beginning, like this energy might be quite hyperactive for some. And with the high priestess here, it might be something that you're not aware of that's coming up, like the ways that you can be in this hyperactive energy, or the way that you can the way that you want to get things moving. Gemini is a sign that can be quite chatty, and that's why I'm noticing this need to slow down. They can be quite a chatty sign, like very conversationalist, very chatty, very out there, and there's just a need to just be aware of the ways in which that might not be helpful in certain situations. In the what we need to let go of, we've got the knowledge card. So that can speak to, in this position, in the like things that we need to let go of, is this thing about, you know, thinking maybe that we know too much. I'll get a clarifier. Why is the knowledge card here? Why is the knowledge here for Geminis? I'm surprised I'm not a damn hair yet. Seriously. Yeah, so we've got the Three of Cups in reverse, and usually that's about, you know, over, like excess, like drinking too much, you know, too much of a good thing isn't great for you. But with the knowledge card here, it's like thinking about that you know better, like how else do I explain this? Let it go. Perhaps even to do with, because Three of Cups is with the threes here, usually that's around grouping. So letting go of thinking that you know what's best for everybody is what I'm getting from this. Sometimes that can, yeah, like I'm getting doing too much. I don't know if this is making any sense, y'all. I hope it is, because whew, blah blah blah. What I'm getting is that this is whatever this is about is going to be showing up for you this week. So really focusing on just being centered right now, and being aware of, you know, like partying too hard, or being or even I'm getting this interesting thought here of like saying too much to people when you are in that state of maybe inebriation, or you know, like things are going really well, but too well, and then you're getting a little bit you know, like wanting to give advice or tell people what to do when it isn't necessarily asked for. That might be a very small amount of people, but I don't know, that was just seen there. And then the supportive advice, we've got the talisman. So we've got a key, and keys represent like opening doors. So new doors are opening. So just being receptive to that is what's being felt as well. Just being receptive to doors opening. But let's get some clarify on that. I've got 10 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, it's 10 of Swords in reverse with the talisman is, you know, leaving old situations behind, not operating in the ways that you used to operate, not doing the things you used to doing. So for some, it might be being in excess, or, you know, drinking too much, eating too much sex without the love part. Like, I'm just hearing my kids. Yeah, so definitely moving into a space of away from the old ways of being. That's going to open new doors for you. And then in the outcome, we've got shadow, new moon, and trust. So you've got another card there to speak of new beginnings, with the new moon card. And again, this week is asking you to really look at, I was going to say 3 of Cups can speak of gossip as well. So looking at the ways where you might not be trusting either other people or yourself, or that might be coming up to, like, highlighted this week. So really leaning into self-realization is wanting to be said, but being in a space of allowing what needs to come up, allowing the shadows to show you a different way of being, allowing the shadows to show you. It's like, I'm having difficulty even expressing through this reading with this fucking hay fever, but working on or being aware of the ways in which what was wanting to be said? Like, trust this process. Trust that the things that are going to come up this week, the things that are going to be highlighted to you, because for the mutable signs, especially if you have a mutable sign, so Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, if you have a mutable sign in your rising in your chart, so being aware of and trusting the process of how the shadow is going to show up for you. Let's get a clarifier on the outcome. Right, so we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, just it might be to do with some sort of disappointment or inconsistency, or Aries energy here, you know, perhaps whatever this is in your life, these shadows, like just thinking of being with what wants to be said is like not trying to control everything. You know, sometimes things are not, well, we don't really know what's ahead of us. Like, we only know what's in the now. So there might be this want or desire to move things really quickly, or just to go full steam ahead, but there's a need to just sit with the shadow, like sit with those things that are going to come up for you this week. Okay, let's get a card from the Star Codes Tarot. Star Codes, oh my god. What is it? Star Codes Astro Oracle. Okay, so we've got transits, climate, invitation, think. So we've got 3 for you. So we've got transits, climate. So things might get a little bit heady this week. Invitation. There might be, with this 8 of Wands, there might be some sort of invitation to go partying, perhaps, with the 3 of Cups. So just being aware of that. Like really putting down boundaries with the Pallas Athena. And Goddess Athena is the goddess of like wisdom, stability, strategy. So just like using your discernment with any invitations that you get, especially yeah, around this time. I just want to read a little bit about the climate, the transits. Yeah, it's just saying pretty much to what I just said, just to stay alert because things are in flux this week. Some people are moving in, others are leaving, new opportunities open and old chapters close. Listen to the grapevine for changes in personal or economic conditions. You are not in control of these elements, I just said that, but you can make the most of these changes and dance with fate. So yeah, it's just to be alert, use your discernment, and especially with any invitations that are coming in at this time during this week. All right, my Geminis, thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know if it did. Let me know in the comments what's going on. Tell a bitch, because I am curious. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water as well. That's coming through. Drink lots of water and make sure that you ground yourself. Like really this week, take care of your needs, whether that be like physical, emotional. Take care of yourself this week. Also, there's a need to say step back from any conflict that comes up and just witness what happens. Like, it's very interesting being in a space of just witnessing everything happening around you. Some people might think you're weird or whatever. Let them think those things. There's definitely this week needing a need to, and like even I'm speaking very fast and chattery and highly. This week is hyper. Well, that's the energy I'm picking up on anyway. So there's a deep need to slow down and tune in and to be in your own energy. Faux show. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I'll post the rest when I've recorded it. Hopefully I get that done tonight. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, other than that, I will see you in the next video. Make sure to check your other placements as well, like your big 3, your sun sign, rising, and moon, for an overall check-in on what's going on for you this week. Okay, I'm going now so I can go and rest and relax because my head feels like it's about to. Okay, bye.